Hey guys, Mr. Graves here. Um, so obviously in the background you can hear my emo music because I'm at home, but I'm gonna go ahead and do the chapter 2 quiz, specifically all the questions, and that way you guys can look it over because I already did the grades, and for the most part I'm happy with the grades. I mean, you guys did pretty well. If you didn't have a good grade, I would suggest you really watch this video and see the mistakes that you made. Okay, like for instance, we have A1. We have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest. A1. So the numbers I gave you were -7, 2, -1, 0, and -2. So you put them in order from least to greatest. So I put a number line, 0, -10, and 10. I'm gonna put in my number specifically. 0 is right here, right there. So I just did that. -2 is over here. Did that. 2 is right over here, which is +2. And -7 is all the way over here. So now if you put them from least to greatest, reading from left to right, we have -7, -2, 0, and 2. So if you got that on A1, you got the right answer. Then for A2, you had 9, -4, 12, -11, and -1. So we have to put these numbers again in order from least to greatest. There we go, least to greatest. So I'm going to put a number line, 0. I'm going to say -15 here, and then, oops. And then here I'm going to put 15, +15. So I'm going to put the numbers in order. Here's -1. Here's +9. I'm just do 4 instead. 2, 3, 4, right over here. -4. Then I'm gonna go all the way over here to do -11. And then I'm gonna do 12, which is over here. So let's make sure I have all my numbers down. -1. -11, 12, -4. Ooh, I forgot 9. Make sure I get 9 in there. Let's see, that's 9 should be over here. And now, I'm gonna put the numbers in order, reading from left to right, from left to right, because we're going from least to greatest. We're gonna have -11, -4, -1, 9, and 12. If that's what you got for number A2, you did a great job. Now, for B1, we're talking about absolute values. So absolute values are always positive. Oops. Why is it not always positive? And those are absolute values. And remember, absolute values. So for instance, on B1, you have absolute value of -16. Remember, anything that's absolute is always going to be positive. And then on B2, you have 140. Remember, absolute value is always positive, so we're always going to have a positive. So it's 140. So if you got that for B1 and B2 respectively, you got it perfectly right. Then on C1, we have to find the sum of -20 plus -15. So it really helps if I circle the number with the sign, right? And you can see easily I actually have both a negative 20 and a negative 15. So I add them together. 20 plus 15 is 35. But I make sure I keep the negative sign with me. So my answer is indeed negative 35. So that's C1. So for C2, I have 300. And this is, I actually made a mistake on this one when I was actually doing it myself. Because I thought it was negative 300, but it's positive 300 plus 111 plus negative 44 plus negative 256. Fix that a little bit. There we go. So I have 300 plus 111, which is 411. Now that means I have 411 plus negative 44 plus negative 256. Since I have these two over here on this side here that are negative, I'm just gonna kind of add them together. 44 and then 256. That's a 0 here. 4 plus 6, 0, 0, 300. But remember, it's a negative, so I'm going to end up really doing 411 plus negative 300. So that means I'm going to have 411 minus 300 because the signs are different. That leaves me 111. And a positive 111 to be exact. So that's the one a lot of people missed, actually. And if you actually looked like you had a 1, I just gave you 111 because some of you guys actually ended up doing 711. I was like, what? It's a negative 300 and a positive 411. And then for the D section, we have to find the difference. You have 5 minus 12. Again, it helps to circle. That's negative 12. And that's a positive 5. So I draw my signs of positives. Oops. And negatives. Negative scored 12. Positive scored 5. Who's winning right now? Obviously, the negatives are winning. By how much? Well, 12 is bigger than 5 by 7. So the answer is indeed negative 7. Then for D2, then I have negative 20. Oops. Minus 7. So again, I circled the numbers. Negative 20. Negative 7. Go on my scoreboards. I don't have a single positive answer, but I do have a negative 20 and a negative 7. So I'm actually going to end up adding those together. So it's going to give me 27. But remember, we got to take the sign of the who's winning. So my answer would be negative 27. Okay, guys, that was it. Really, I don't think it was really that hard of a quiz, but hey, remember I told you guys it's going to get harder as the class keeps going. So I really recommend, I really stress this enough that you really got to pay attention in class, okay? And you really have to ask questions if things don't make sense, okay? Have a great weekend. God bless every one of you. Remember, love God, love math, and love each other. All right, bye.